Today's show is brought to you by thelovesickcure.com. Does your love life suck because you can't move on from the idea of him? Does every man you meet pale in comparison to the way he made you feel? It's okay, lady love. We 100% understand and have been there before. Whether you'd like the opportunity to get him back or to completely move on, we know this only happens when you cure your heartbreak and love sickness. Let us help you do that today at thelovesickcure.com.
You are listening to Single Smart Female.
This is Jen,
And Jen,
letting it all hang out for your love life.
examining your dating experiences and answering your hot topic dating questions.
Just you and us, Jen squared. No topic is off limits and no filters involved.
We are here to help you do dating on your terms.
If you have a question you would like us to answer or would like to immediately upgrade your love life with our collection of classes and exclusive merchandise, meet us over now at singlesmartfemale.com. Hey, Single Smart Female. It's Jen.
And Jen.
And we are here to answer your questions about dating, love, life, underwear.
Oh, yeah, bras. Boys.
Anything you want.
Yeah. So, Jen, I have a question here, a listener question from Miss Wanting to Let Go. Would you like to hear it?
I would.
Okay. She says, Dear Jens, for the past few months, I've developed quite the crush on a guy I work with. Although he's never admitted it, I know he likes me too. He flirts only with me, goes out of his way to do nice things for me, and was keeping in touch every day. And then one day he stopped texting and trying to get my attention. He was still over the top nice to me, but stopped flirting for a while. He mentioned in front of me and another coworker that he's not looking for a relationship because he isn't sure where he wants to be location-wise by next year. When I heard this, I was sad, but also relieved to know he's backed off because he was making some big decisions in his life and not because of something I did. I let it go and started dating some other guys who I'm still seeing. But now a few weeks have passed and he started getting close again, flirting, saying sweet things, doing things for me that I don't want to do, etc. He's still keeping a distance but not texting when we're not at work together. My problem is that even though I'm dating other men, I still think about him all the time. We work together once a week and sometimes see each other outside of work when hanging out and with other coworkers. His usual charming and flirtatious self, and then I spend the next day or two trying to get over how I feel about him. So I guess the main question is, how do I get over this guy when I have to see him every week? I'm keeping busy by going on dates, working out, and learning new things, but the push and pull every week is exhausting. And this is the first time I've dated multiple men. I like it so far, but man, it can be a lot of work. So, Jen, do you think we can help Miss Wanting to Let Go?
I don't know. That depends
On
whether or not she really wants to be helped.
Ooh, good question.
Because
Yeah.
sometimes we say we want to be helped, but we're not always super receptive to help.
Right.
So, for instance, I've fallen a victim of this, and I'm very aware of it now, hyper aware of it. So there'll be times that I share things in my life, and I might even ask for help, but the truth is I don't really want help.
Yeah, I've definitely been that way as well.
And I've had to say with a friend, I had to say, you know what, I realized I didn't really want to be told what to do on this, so I apologize for that.
Yeah, so get out of here. No, I'm kidding.
Get the fuck out.
You suck. No, I'm kidding.
But then there are times when we are really ready to listen. So it's going to depend quite a bit whether or not we're able to help her if she's willing to listen. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell her is I think that this would be a good time for the Love Sick Cure for you. It would make this process of detaching you from the love sickness of this a lot easier. With that said, I want to talk about some concepts we really haven't talked too much about. Jen and I have talked about it, but I haven't talked too much about it on Single Smart Female. And that is, enjoying the idea of just liking him. What's wrong with just liking a guy?
Yeah.
Well, why is it have to be hyper-focused? Why do we have to let it go into the habit of hyper-focus? And from from all the times I've talked about this, hyperfocus really shuts down the potential of a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really okay to like a guy, even if you know it's not going to go anywhere, even if you know if it's not going to end up on a date. I am an insatiable flirt. I love flirting with men.
She likes flirting with me too. I'm
Yeah,
just
I
saying.
do. I love flirting. And by the way, flirting doesn't have to be sexual.
True.
It can be. It definitely can be. And most of the time when I'm flirting with Jen, it's really sexual.
Okay, truth be told, I flirt with her too.
She likes it. She likes it a lot. But it doesn't have to be. And you can get to a point where you can enjoy this connection with somebody with it not having to result in something in your head. Because to be honest, this kind of encounters and engagements with men can be very uplifting and fun for you. And that can be fuel for your life. So if we're going through life and we're not having any fun, we're not doing anything that kind of excites us, if we're just kind of just going through the motions, that's why women look so fucking dead all the time. And they feel so depleted and they have no energy, no life, no life force. There's nothing there. Flirtation is a fantastic venue for life force. It is a life force. So have some fun with it. Enjoy it. And it's okay to actually, I really like you. I find you attractive. I would love to get to know you and explore this and be okay if that doesn't result. So for instance, that's a lot of what I do. I'm in a relationship with an amazing man. And when I'm with other men, I enjoy that piece. And I know that I'm not going to let it go beyond just the enjoyment of the moment.
So Jen, just to clarify, so you're saying like, what's wrong with liking him? And then if you can take like that, the hyper focus has the element of fear in it, like fear of losing them, fear of all of that. If you could take thoughts about him and all that and just say, hey, this is super fun. I like it. It's great. Let go of the fear. Is that what you're saying, Jen?
I am, but there's another point that I'm glad you just brought that up because this is really important. And one of the ways I was able to do this, and I still do this, is I know, no, I don't still do this because I'm with the man but this is what I used to do while I was dating, is I leaned into super hard. I leaned into this so hard it wasn't even funny. I knew my higher power had me on this, and if this was something that was supposed to happen, it would.
Right.
Okay? Because I was just enjoying it. And that was a powerful lead into if it was supposed to happen, it would. And I would be okay if it wouldn't, because if it didn't, because that means it's going to happen with somebody else.
That the end result is what you want is going to be fulfilled by your higher power.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't need to worry about what it looks like or how it gets there or what time it gets there.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I leaned into that lady so fucking hard. And it was game changing. All right. You can do that. Then just let yourself like him and let yourself enjoy the engagements, the flirtation, and then flirt with other people. Start flirting with even more people. Because
I like flirting. It's like my new favorite sport.
It's my new way of being. And it's been that way since I started Mantourage dating. And again, flirting does not fucking have to be sexual. Let me make that very clear. It can definitely be sexual, but it does not have to be.
And flirting with someone doesn't even mean that you even have to go on a date with them either. If they were to ask you on a date, you can just have fun, be silly, teasy, jokey, and it doesn't have to go beyond that at all.
Here's another thing. I always assume all men want me. I do.
And ladies. No.
Yep, I do. So it's okay for you to assume he wants you. And just because he's not, stepping up into the romantic part of this right now, it doesn't mean he doesn't want you. And it doesn't mean that he will, but it also leads in very easily if he does. Of course he wants me. Of course he wants me. And by the way, you're thinking, Jen, that's really arrogant. Yeah, it is. But who fucking knows? Except for all of you, of course.
Right. Right.
But who really knows? If I don't share that with all of you, of course you know now, but I don't tell everybody else. I don't go around saying to that woman over there, hey, I know he wants me. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It's a no harm, no foul situation.
Right.
Of course he wants me. Feels really powerful. Feels really good. A lot of times it results in positive things, whether it's just being treated really well. And when I was dating, I can't tell you how many times it actually resulted in the man wanting me. Regardless of whether or not he did in that moment, all of a sudden, I've had it happen time and time again. Jen, I really want you. I want to get to know you better. I feel all kinds of gorgeous things. Of course he wants me. Plus, you also become comfortable with the idea. A lot of women don't realize that we're not really comfortable with male attention. We're not really comfortable, even when we really like a guy, with him having his full attention or desire on us. And then we do things to sabotage that shit. But when you start with the mindset of course he wants me, you start stepping into your desirability as a woman and getting really fucking comfortable with it and learning how to navigate it so that nobody can ever take it away from you.
That's great. That's a good feeling.
It is. It's absolutely fantastic. But those are the places that I would start. Is just playing with the idea of why is it so necessary to get over him? Now, the compulsive part of it, I do think you should address with the lovesick cure. But I think it's okay for us ladies to play with different ideas of course he wants me. Of course he wants me, or knowing a guy wants you and enjoying liking somebody doesn't commit you to anything. And it doesn't commit you to being devastated if they don't step up in a certain way. And then also committing into the idea of your higher power. Now, for those of you ladies who tell me you don't have a higher power, I respect you, but lean into your higher self. Lean into some idea of something much bigger than you, because this universe is fucking magical and you're missing out on a big piece of it if you don't lean into something. So at least lean into your higher self. That's really the main places that I would go with this. Now, I also like you turning your attention and turning that same level of flirtation and fun to the other men in your mantourage. I'm proud of you doing for this. And that's the last piece I want to address. It's a lot of work to have a mantourage. That's the biggest fucking myth that exists in mantourage dating.
Right.
It does not have to be a lot of work. There might be some front loading to it. There might be some practice and moving through your resistance at the beginning. But as you step into this is the easiest place you'll ever be. You'll have men stepping up for you and doing things for you and taking the load off of you like you've never had happen before. Men they can be planning the dates for you, scheduling. It's not your responsibility to make everything happen. Yes, there is some front loading. That part might feel a little thick and heavy at the beginning, but you can move through that. And that's why we do the work we do in the Secret Society of Adored Women, so that we can help you make this feel like a way of life and not a burden to maintain. And there's different nuances to it that are very particular to you. And it's not an across the board. Mantourage dating works exactly the same for every woman that walks in the world of being an adored woman. It's nuanced. It's individual. It's very particular to you. And it's definitely something that you should explore, take a deep breath, and move deeper into so that you can reap richer rewards. Okay, lover girl, it's time for the final thought on today's show.
There's nothing wrong with liking a man. In fact, it is more than okay to continue doing so, even if he doesn't reciprocate.
Today's show is brought to you by thelovesickcure.com. Does your love life suck because you can't move on from the idea of him? Does every man you meet pale in comparison to the way he made you feel? It's okay, lady love. We 100% understand and have been there before. Whether you'd like the opportunity to get him back or to completely move on, we know this only happens when you cure your heartbreak and love sickness. Let us help you do that today at thelovesickcure.com. Hey, lover girl, this is Jen again. Don't forget to subscribe to the show in your favorite podcast app, as well as share Single Smart Female with all of your single smart girlfriends. And if you would like to play around and learn more about mantourage dating, come see me at singlesmartfemale.com. Talk to you next time.